23 years ago was the last time Asha Degree's parents saw their little girl. The 9-year-old Cleveland County girl went missing on Valentine's Day in 2000. While some clues have emerged about what could have happened to her, Asha still has not been found. Asha left her bedroom in the overnight hours with her book bag. Two people separately reported seeing a little girl walking along Highway 18 around 4 in the morning. A year and a half later, her book bag was found 30 miles away in Burke County. Inside was a children's book belonging to the library of Asha's school and a New Kids on the Block t-shirt which did not belong to Asha. In 2016, the Cleveland County Sheriff said detectives were looking for information about a car that looked like this, dark green, possibly an early 1970s Lincoln Continental Mark IV or possibly a Ford Thunderbird. Asha may have gotten into the car on the night she disappeared. No matter how Asha left home, the fact does remain. She was only this 9-year-old little girl. Someone else likely had to play a role in what happened to her. It's the heartbreaking reality for her parents, Aquila and Asha Degree. They have had to deal with this agony every single day for the last 23 years. Over the years, we've sat down with the Degree family as they endlessly search for answers. And this year, we wanted to learn more about who Asha was, her personality, her hobbies, and interests. Our Greg Simpson uses his camera to show us who Shelby's sweetheart was.
We're just going to continue to search. We're going to give up till she's back home.
Well, we get it out, and I want to keep it out so nobody forgets in case somebody has seen something. Never thought it would be 23 years. 23 years ago when this happened, never thought it would still be 23 years later and we know nothing. She was a happy kid. She, like her dad, she's quiet. She was quiet, liked everybody. Now, she didn't like some stuff. She didn't like cheerleading. Certain foods she didn't like, but she got along with everybody, and she always wanted everybody to get along. If she thought you was mad at her, she'd give you the shirt off her back if she had to so you wouldn't be mad at her no more. She loved her daddy to death. She loved her brother to death. She thought Harold hung the moon. And her brother, I didn't allow them to argue, so they would get mad at each other, but they couldn't stay. She would always say she can't stay mad at him because O'Brien always did something to make her laugh. But everybody that met her, she talked to anybody. That might have been the downfall, but we don't know.
Johnson, three-pointer.
NBA All-Star Weekend, last year Michael Jordan played actually. And we was sitting there watching the game, and right when it was in the first quarter, all the power went out. My brother-in-law came home and he told us it was a bad wreck because my mother-in-law stayed across the road, and that's what caused the power to go out. Sister-in-law came across the road, and me and her and the kids sit there talking and stuff, and then I had my watch on, and I realized it was about 9:30, and I told them, I said, well, y'all need to get ready to go to bed, I said. So they went, put their clothes on, and I ain't even sleeping. So just lay there, you'll eventually go to sleep. So I just laid on the couch, because nothing else to do, no lights on or nothing. But I did doze off to sleep, and when I woke up, I guess it was about midnight, because the power kicked back on, and the lights was on. It scared me because it made a big thump, and it was a power jolt, and that's how I know it was about 12 o'clock. And that was the last time she kissed me goodnight, and that was February the 13th, 2000. I think it was about 9:30 p.m. That was the last time that I saw her.
Asha's disappearance has left a void for not only her family, but also law enforcement. We sat down with a Cleveland County detective who's been working on this case for the past 11 years. He describes the toll this case has taken on him and where the investigation stands right now. That's coming up in our next half hour at 7:30, so stay tuned for that.